and welcome to another episode of Game On. I'm your host Slash Raptor, and today we're going to continue playing Paper Mario right where we left off at the end of last episode, which was right here in the middle of Toad Town, which means that we have currently got a new mission. We need to figure out where the Shy Guys are coming from, and we know that the next Star Spirit is being held in the same place. So where would, if I was a toy box, where would I be? Let's try this house over here. Oh, would you look at that? That's how you do it. Now check this out. You look in here, and you'll see a Shy Guy. Oh no, it's Mario! Yuck! So if we turn invisible, then just by coincidence, the same one will turn up right all over again. And like magic, he will disappear through the door. Let's follow him. That's the toy box? Looks more like a present, but oh well. Geronimo! Chapter 4! Trials in the Toy Box. This is the only trial or chapter that I know of that isn't really more than one area. The entirety of Chapter 4 takes place in Shy Guy's Toy Box, unlike the last couple chapters where we were in like Koopa Village, the road to Koopa Village, then the Koopa's Fortress, and then we were in like Dry Desert, Dry Ruins, and then we were in Mount Rugged, and then we were also in like Gusty Gulch, Tubba Bubba's Fortress, and then we were also in the Forever Forest and Boo's Mansion. Like this place is just Shy Guy's Toy Box, but there's 4 different sections to it. You can see it right here. Right now we're at the blue section, and we cannot go to red section. I don't think you can ever fix that particular track. So first we have to go in a counterclockwise circle. We're going to start off at blue, and then we'll make our way to pink, and then green, and then red. And then there's a mini boss in here, and a big boss who we saw in that little thing there. And we also get a new party member here. But most of the first little bit here is going to be running back and forth a lot. So let's take a look around here and get started. So the Shy Guys are pretty straightforward to kill. They're not really that hard. They're actually kind of fun. I really like them. So let's change the member, and you'll notice that this is written in blue now. And now we can change to Goombario. And it's still Mario's turn. That's so useful. So let's tattle on the Shy Guys. A 7 HP and 3 attack power. And now I'm going to change back to let's go with Kooper for this one. And now I can still attack. That is so useful. Multi-bounce! Hiya! 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 Oh yes! You fail at life! Multi-bounce! Ha! Ha! Hiya! Power Shell! They're dead! They're dead! Ooh, double star points. Hooray! The spell will increase the star points you earn. Boop! 40 points, just like that. Just like we planned it. Now, this guy right here. What do you want? Get away from that treasure chest, pal. It's mine, see? Don't mess with me. Fine, I won't. Good, you're a smart boy. That guy is a real pain in the ass. He's extremely powerful. He's called an anti-guy, and he has about 50 HP, and his attacks do roughly 12 damage. So he's pretty much the same thing as Tubba's Heart. Except we have to fight him if we want the Power Plus badge he's guarding. But we can save him for later because it doesn't really accomplish anything to get it now because we don't have enough BP to put it on right now. And he'll be there for a while. So for right now, let's just pretend that we never saw him. Now, all of the Shy Guys in this place have 7 HP. The only exception, of course, is the anti-guy and the bosses that you'll run into later on. Like the, what do you call it? You know, you'll run into some other people later. However, they only have like 7 HP, so. Here's the room where we're going to find most of the stuff they've taken. And this is Cake Mix, which is the most useful thing you can find here. And I'm pretty sure you can only find it here. So you have to engage in a battle in these two. There's always two whenever you're going after Cake Mix. I know because I've done this several times because Cake Mix is really useful. And there's always two. They are always yellow. And there's always two things that you can find. Always two that'll carry the Cake Mix for you. This is one of them. And the other one is back there somewhere. And what I recommend doing is every time you come here, every single time, stop up here and get Cake Mix. And then you can deposit it in the store later on and cook it when you need it later, because the cake that she makes for you is just so amazing. You also need to get Cake Mix just for itself, for one thing, because you're going to need a cake later on to give to somebody. So let's get the calculator back from this guy. Gotcha. And there's the other Cake Mix guy underneath there. So these two are red. Multi-bounce. Ha! Ha! Power shell attack. Yeah. They're dead now, Shay. Yes. Well, they're almost dead, I should say. Shy Guys have two attacks, like you can see. One's the gymnastics attack, and one's the other one. And if you block them if you block one, you take no damage. If you block the gymnastics attack, you take 1 damage, and they get all humiliated because they failed to attack you with the fancy display of gymnastics. So yeah, even though all of the Shy Guys are pretty much the same, just in different costumes, you still need to use Goombario to tattle on all of them. But the thing is that since they're all the same, you don't need to tattle on them. They've all got 7 hit points. So that'll save you a hard time. And if they don't have 7, they've got like 8. But their stats are all pretty much the same, except some of the ones like the fire guys, they do more damage and stuff, and you can't jump on them. But apart from that, they're all exactly the same. So there's not really much point in bringing Goombario out here unless you have a use for him. You'll very often get a whole bunch of them at a group. They'll usually team up on you. But we'll get to that later, because in this particular part, you don't run into them in groups. You're just going to run into them individually. Later on, we really should go after Anti-Guy, because he's got the first Power Plus badge. The only other way to get a Power Plus badge is to do is to save up 25 star points and buy one. And then you can also get one, and then you can also just not use one at all and just get the P up, D down badges and the D down and the D up, P down badges, and respectively. But again, you have to wait all the way through the game to get them. So it's up to you. It really depends. I don't think you really are going to need 2 Power Plus badges, because you need a lot of BP to put them both on. I can make my way fine with just 1, and then I can get the P up, D down to do it a second time. Two. Great pizza at a great prices at 222-2222. Except I don't like Pizza Hotline. I think they suck. Okay, just a random question for you guys. You can answer in the comments. What is your favorite pizza place? Mine at the moment is Domino's, but I also really like Pizza Hut, and Papa John's is awful tasty as well. So those are my favorites. Now, Anti-Guy is only there once, so once you beat him, he never shows up again. Now, we can take a look over this way and see what kind of things we can find on this side. And it's going to cut to Kamek, or Kammy Koopa, I should say. I'm so used to seeing Kamek around in the Mario and Luigi games. And a mushroom! Oh, horrifying! Perfect, Mario hates this thing, so he'll surely turn back. I think. Doesn't look like the sort of thing that would bother Mario. I wonder if I really should trust that, what Peach says. Well, it doesn't matter. King Bowser ordered it, and he's the boss. Yes, but Bowser's also an idiot, so there's that. Yahoo! Yahoo! Oh, hey, a battle. How you doing? Nice to see ya. Ha! Ha! Dizzy Shell! Yahoo! 3 turns, they're out. They're out for 3 turns. Now, the member we get here is Watt, and she's one of the most kind of, I don't know, just peculiar characters in the game. She has very, very, very strange things about her that I used to notice, but they're not really there anymore. But for one thing, you're going to have to be forced to use her in several instances where there's no light in areas. Like, there's going to be one area where you have to use her, because if you don't, the game will assume that you can't see what you're doing even though you can. So make sure that you level her up. She's actually really good if you know how to use her properly. She can paralyze enemies, which is a new thing that just appeared very recently in this game. Like, none of your party members can really affect anybody. Right now, you've only got Cooper, who can make things dizzy, and that's it. But Watt can paralyze enemies, which will be extremely useful later on if it works. And also, her attacks are like they're a tackle attack like everybody else's, but because she's Ball of Energy, she doesn't really get hurt because she doesn't jump on spikes and stuff. So she's pretty useful, and we'll get around to rescuing her later on in this playthrough, because that's about it for this episode of Game On. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys right here in the next episode, where we will continue from this exact point. And maybe we will unlock Watt in the next episode. Who knows? It depends how far we can get. But we'll have to wait and find out. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, and until then, game on. Bye-bye.